Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy Jerry Trade. So I added up to the market recap for 0327. We're now at 11 a.m. and look at what Tesla has done. We went from all-day highs to 367, almost 368, down to 360. So we lost $7 in share value, and I believe now almost, wow. Looks like we haven't been this low since pre-market on Monday, but this is almost a new low for the entire year. So this is a really good opportunity for me to kind of take longs. I do believe in the company as a whole, but I do want to go ahead and document this trade with you guys to kind of see a little bit of how I navigate it. So first, I'm looking at the company as a whole, going out to the 1 hour chart, finding when's the last time price was at this range and how did it react. Okay, last time we hit here was 359, jumped up, and we haven't been here since September of last year, anywhere near here. Previously there really is no support. This is all kind of just one jump up. So I'm going ahead and look at call opportunities here shortly, and I'm gonna go ahead and document it with you guys. So see if we can snag these contracts here for 10 a con would be nice. So here I have the position open. I'm about to buy 22 contracts for hopefully trying to get them for nice. I need this dip because I do know that we're at 11 a.m. We do have an hour and a half, so this could go either way. I'm not necessarily in a rush to really get into this position. I would like to get these contracts at somewhere like $8, maybe $9. I was able to get them for 10 on 23 contracts, and when I would have done that, I would have essentially, I don't want to miss the train here, so like being knowledgeable, I probably would just go with like 2 contracts for 11 and pay the premium just to enter the position, just in case. That's about $22. Looks like we have this retest. We're trying to break it again, so I would like to be a part of that. And then I'll know whether to add more once we break above this level of, first we have established supply here, but you can highlight shorter time frame resistance off of these wicks as a reference, seeing that there is some sort of an order block or sell wall here at 360 that people are kind of trying to pull their investment. So I do want to step in the position with very minimal capital. I'm playing this as a small account just to kind of help normal hardworking individuals that maybe don't have too much income or disposable capital and I'm trying to show them that it's possible to grow with such a small amount of capital and turn it into something big. So this position really is only $24, maybe like less than a percent of almost like less than 2% of what the portfolio is really valued at, currently at 1,500. So bro, I'm down 8%. I'm only down $2. That's nothing. So that's just to introduce myself to the position in case it does go up at this point. But in any investment or trade, getting some percentage return on some money is better than getting no percentage return and no money. So at 11 a.m. right now, so we do have about an hour and a half left of market. So I am gonna go ahead and play this position out for maybe the next 15-20 minutes, see how it performs, where the ceiling is gonna be at. We have a short-term little time frame of resistance here at 361. So I want to see how she acts around there. But currently I'm up 10%. Trying to push it for like maybe a 20-30% return. Now 17%. The total investment that I made into these contracts, it looks like she's breaking above that resistance. Let's see if she is able to do that. I invested about $224 now in the full position. So $208 in profit. Small little numbers. Remember, this video was just to show you guys how to navigate, distributing. Hey, I don't know. Everyone has different financial situations. I just tailor this to the individual that with the bare minimum, man. I know a lot of us are out here doing great. I know a lot of very successful and very, high income earning individuals, but for the most part, I just try to help even the person at the bottom. So something like $200 can make someone's day, make someone's week. So, I want to be able to bring that into light that it's possible, and it's worth learning the skill set while you're young. One thing I can tell you, like me at 23, like I'm grateful I have this skill set to see opportunities like this and to create this sort of income out of this, vehicle. It's honestly mind-blowing. It's something I'm very grateful for, but it's better to help others learn it as well, and I found a passion for that, and I highly recommend to everyone, like, take this serious, and it's an opportunity that can genuinely change your life, because so much of life is just tied to finances. So this can drastically change your finances, and it's just better to practice, learn, make the mistakes while you're young, so you become more experienced, more professional across your maybe 2 3 years into your journey. Starting to train boxing, starting to train Muay Thai, you're never going to be the most experienced fighter until you develop into the most experienced fighter, and that sometimes takes multiple years for a lot of individuals. So take that into account. That was a really successful trade. Wasn't a full 100%. I think it was like roughly like maybe 93, 94%. But even $150, even if it was like technically 50% return, it's way better. Take that into account. That was a really successful trade. Wasn't a full 100%. I think it was like roughly like maybe 93, 94%. But even $150, even if it was like technically 50% return, it's way better than the average return on your Roth IRAs. The average return on your Roth IRAs, your 401ks, your pension, your high yield savings account, your majority of CDs out there, for sure your savings account. There's maybe some out there, some ETFs that I was gonna say, like your indexes that are performing pretty well. But bro, if you're doing 50% in a day on capital, it doesn't matter if it's not the significant, because usually 10% you got to look at it like as if it were a million, and now you have 100,000 in a day, right? If you're doing 10%, if you can scale up to that capital amount. But that's the power of 10% when it's big numbers. But for now, when everyone's stacking and building their capital, you do need to kind of take a more higher rewarding form of investing to build up yourself, and then plan some money from your profits into long-term investments to start building up your egg, and protecting yourself. So I highly recommend you guys, think about it like that. And, wow, one of my guys just went ahead and hit right now these Tesla calls, just to show you guys what our members did right now. $336, bro. I signaled the buy over here. We are plus 27% 1121 to 1128, about an hour work, $300. Proof is in the pudding right there, bro. SoCal Trading Group, man, that's what we do here. Good little live recap for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Jerry Trades, the SoCal Trading Group, over and out.